Welcome on board. So in this tutorial we'll be learning how to sew a jet pocket. Then after drafting out the back pocket, then you make your dart. Then you go down by 1 inch from your dart line. Then you get the middle. Then after getting the middle, you measure. We are using 12 centimeter, not 12 inch, 12 centimeter. Then you get the middle. So you place your ruler on the 6 centimeter. Then that's, you divide it, that's making 12. Then we rule a straight line. So you go down by 1 inch for the depth. Then you also rule a straight line. Alright, so after ruling out the straight line to form a rectangular shape, then you put your stay to make it thick or stronger at the back. You iron your stay on it. So after that, we'll take out this. I used length 45 centimeter, and for the breadth I used 12 centimeter or more than that. You can use 15. You can make it longer, you can make it wider. So but here I used 15 centimeters. So the same thing, you go down by 1 inch from the start. Then you get the middle. You just draft out the same thing you drafted out at the back pant into this place. You get the middle. Then you mark 6 centimeters at the middle. Then that's making 12. You rule a straight line. You also do the same thing you did at the beginning. Then you go down by 1 inch. Go down by 1 inch, forming that same rectangular shape. Now after that, now you divide. We are going to divide the middle. We are going to divide it into 2. So you form it. You rule a straight line in the middle. Then you make like an arrow. You just draw it out. All right. So now, for us to get the perfect sewing, you use your pin to pin the edges together. You pin the both edge together. Then you pin it to the edge of the one in the pant. You pin it so that you can get it very well, because we are not seeing the back, so we can get the sewing straight. You pin it properly, pin it down. All right, so after that you take it, you sew it. Follow the line and sew, like follow the rectangular line, then sew it. Make sure your edges are firm. All right, sew down. Okay, make sure it's firm. All right, so we cut out the excess threads. All right, so after that we are going to be cutting the middle. Just fold it into 2, so you can just make a opening in the middle. So just make it properly aligned, then you cut the middle. So the place we've cut, we're going to put in our scissors in. So that middle line we cut before, so we are going to be opening it now. Then you go to that arrow-like line you made, then you cut it out so that you can get the edge very well, our edge very well. So you cut it. You need to be careful while cutting this. So after that, you take it in, put all whatever you've sewn in. Then you just try to give it a smooth arranging. Try to arrange it properly. You know, there are 2 methods of sewing a back pocket. We have the one with the double facing, or double, has the double covering, then one with only a single covering. So this one is going to be a double covering. And probably I'll make another tutorial on how to do the single covering. of a pocket. Then you just give it a proper arranging. You arrange it properly to have the double covering. Make sure your edges are smooth. It's going to really take a while, but just continue giving it the proper arrangement. Okay, at the back you have to make it face each other so as to allow the covering. You have to make it firm. So after that, when you turn to the back, then now you sew what you've arranged. You sew it down. You make it firm. It's going to take quite a lot of time. Just need to get it right. Alright, then you sew. Most times they sew at the front so that you don't really stress yourself. Just sew it at the front. It depends on the one you want to do. Even after this, we are going to still sew it at the front. So we'll just sew it at the back so that it could hold it firmly. Double stitch it to make it firm. Alright, after that, you see we are already forming it. Then after that, this is the covering, but we are going to take it over. Like, we're going to turn it. Yes, we're going to turn it so that we'll get all the whole seam inside. The stitches, we'll get it inside so that it can be knit outside. So just sew it down to that point. Do the same thing to the other end. Sew it down. Alright, on this part you can make yours longer so as to cover the stay that we are having there. You can make yours about 50 centimeters, or you can use 20 inches for the normal inch we normally use. To make it longer, then you cut out the excess. Alright, so we can see we are forming it out like that. You just make your own longer so as to cover everything. So on this part, we are going to still sew the front so as to make it firm. Sew the front, double stitch it. So do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so after that we have to sew the edge, like the up, to close up the beginning. Yeah, sew that place to close up the beginning. Alright, then we'll give it a proper ironing. So our jet pocket is ready. Alright, if this video was helpful, please do not forget to turn on the notification bell, subscribe and like, then comment.